Hi EMDC, my name is Alyssa. I'm one of your directors here. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get this look. This will be your team assigned look across any and all teams. Hair will be interchangeable and you'll be able to see that as well. But here's gonna be the tutorial on how to get there. Okay guys, we're gonna start with our hair first. So first we're gonna go ahead and do a middle part, just sectioning off the two front halves, and then we'll tie up the bottom half as well. Okay, so now that we have both halves separated, we're gonna take the midline from behind the ear and we're gonna section this off so we have only just these two parts to work with. Okay, so now that each side is separated, we're gonna do Dutch braids, starting from the top and just extending all the way to the half that was sectioned already. So now that we have this braid separated and done, we're gonna take a little liga and tie off the end. If you are in multiple group routines and they have different hairstyles, I'd recommend keeping these in and making sure that they're stable so that you can still flip your hair from a half up, half down situation to a ponytail or whatever you might need. So just make sure these are on and they're secured. All right, now that one side's done, you do the same thing to the other side. Okay, now that you're done with both sides, you're gonna spray both, especially the braid part, because like myself, I have a lot of flyaways, and if you're interchanging hairstyles, those are gonna get kind of messy, so you wanna make sure you lock those down. Now you can interchange them. You could do a half up, half down if you connect the two, or you can keep them in the half up, half down situation, and if you need to quickly put it in a ponytail, you can put a liga and put it all the way over it. If you're only having a ponytail, you can let the two small ligas go and you can have loose hair after the braids. Okay, so now that we're on makeup, we're gonna start with first act, which is in the top left, and we're gonna put that all over the crease. Be pretty generous about this because this is gonna be your transition color. Okay, so now that we have the transition color on the lid and on the crease, we're gonna take the next one, Bravo, and we're gonna put that only in the outer corner and start blending into the crease as well. Okay, so keep this like a check mark starting from the outside of your eye. And then when you put it on, try not to sweep because it's a pretty dense and opaque color. You wanna just tap it on your eye and blend it on later. Be pretty generous with Bravo. It's a pretty dark color, but you're on stage, so you don't want the stage lights to wash you out. Just make sure that there is no harsh lines when it comes to transitioning it into first act. If you start to get the harsh lines going in from Bravo to first act, just take your first act brush, put a little bit more of it on, and go over the whole thing, and it'll start to blend out the harsh lines. All right, next you're gonna do the lid. You're gonna be using closing show. I'm gonna take a flat brush because we're gonna pack that on a lot. Okay, now that you have a decent amount on as a base, you're gonna wet your brush. You could either do it with water or setting spray, but you're gonna wanna wet your brush and go right back into closing show and do a top layer so it looks more poppy and foiled. Now we're gonna do the inner corner and the brow bone. We're gonna be using Spotlight, and that's gonna be generously applied as well. It's applied to the eyebrow to lift the eyebrow and applied to the inner eye to open up your eye, especially in those stage lights. We're gonna need it. Okay, so now that we have a base of the white, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing that we did with the gold, wet the brush and redo it again just to give it more of a pop. Now that the lid is done, we're gonna do the under eye. We're gonna go in reverse, and starting from the outer corner, going all the way to the middle of the eye is gonna be Bravo, and then from the middle eye to connect with the white is gonna be closing show. Okay, now that all the colors are done, you're gonna go in with a black eyeliner. You're gonna tight line only the top. Tight lining meaning no adding a wing, just go right above the lash line to blend the eyelashes. So next we're gonna do lashes. While we're gluing the lashes and waiting for them to get tacky enough to glue on, we're gonna be doing our mascara at the same time. For lashes, we're gonna be using Chasse with Standing O. This is gonna be our team lash for the entire season. All right, lastly, we're gonna do lips. So we're gonna start off with a lip liner and then the liquid lipstick. For the shade, we're doing Bold Burgandy. That's gonna be our team lipstick, team shade for any and all performances. Okay, lastly, we're gonna top it off with the liquid lip. All right, guys, hair and makeup is now done. You're ready to go on stage. If you need help creating this look, whether it's braiding hair, doing makeup, call some friends. If not, call my line, and I'll definitely be able to help you out. We can do a booking system, and we can set up appointments that day.